Alright guys, if you're looking for a brand new device that costs slightly more than 1,000 ringgit, to be precise RM1199, but you want to game on it and you want to have a decent experience, you want to have performance that actually match up to the price as well. Well, today we have here the brand new Realme 14 5G, and this phone comes with pretty much everything that you could ask for at a very affordable price point. Let's take a look at the device. Now, first things first, the Realme 14 5G over here is actually being powered by the latest Snapdragon 6 Gen 4. Now, this is actually a very powerful chipset. Usually when you think about Snapdragon 6 series, you might think that it's, in the lower end segment, but this is actually an underclocked Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. If you just take a look at the architecture, it's actually very similar, and the performance you're getting here is also very similar to that. So being the first Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 in the world, naturally I want to share with you a couple of Geekbench scores, which you can see on your screens right now. You can also take a look at the AnTuTu scores, which also fared very well. But if you just take a deeper, closer look at it, you notice that the temperature actually dropped very little over the entire AnTuTu benchmark test, which actually makes this very impressive because this is actually a phone that is certified by the MAL. And if you don't know what that is, basically it's the Mobile Legends Academy Leagues. That means that this phone here is also meant for a lot of those Mobile Legends gaming. Now, speaking about Mobile Legends specifically, that's a game that I play a lot, and like I test out with all my devices, whenever I get a new phone, I go into Mobile Legends, I hit the graphics button over there, and I just check what are the maximum graphic levels available. So the good thing here is that they're both pushed to the max on the Realme 14, and you're going to get a fantastic experience coming off this device. So not only are you going to get that great performance, but because it also comes with an enhanced cooling system, the device actually feels cool throughout the entire gameplay, and you can actually play for many hours with that massive battery that's built in here. Now, just in case you're wondering about the battery size, although it looks like a fairly compact device, it comes with a 6000 mAh battery that is able to last you a very long time. So if you're not gaming all the time, just using this on a daily, you could actually have the battery last up to 2 days. It also charges up via 45 watt, which actually, the chargers in the box, so good thing about that. But just in terms of battery life, regardless of whether you are gaming or just using it on a daily, you're gonna get a very strong battery life over there. Now, another thing I noticed about the RAM on here is that it's actually very high. Not just because it comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM that is standard, but you can actually add on an additional 14 GB. Now, usually on other phones, I tend to see like 12 plus 6, 12 plus 8, 12 plus 12, but this comes with a 12 plus 14. You can go all the way up to there, and that gives you a ton of RAM, so you can actually just shift through apps very quickly and smoothly throughout the entire process. Alright, other than that, I also noticed something that has been missing in a couple of new phones these days, and that is the support for a micro SD slot. So those are a couple of cool things just in terms of the performance coming off the Realme 14. Again, I'm actually quite impressed with the performance of the Snapdragon 6 Gen 4, and for the price of RM1199, I think this is actually a very solid performer, not just in terms of gaming, but again in terms of a day-to-day as well. Now, moving on to my next point here, let's take a very quick look at the design. Now, Realme is calling this the mecha design. It's got this very cool, what they call it, halo light at the back here. It's called a victory halo. Personally, I think that it kind of looks like your flash is turned on by accident, but yeah, you do have that victory halo over there if you want to show that off. In terms of the design, I like that it's got a very nice matte fitting surface. But if you don't like the mecha design, there's also a black as well as a pink version, which I will try to get my hands on and do an unboxing on my Instagram. Otherwise, another thing that is notable about the design is that it's IP66, 68 and 69 rated. That means pretty much you can dump this into a pool and it should be able to survive. You can have like water guns spraying at it and it will also survive. And yeah, it's just a very durable device, the Realme 14 5G. Now, another thing that I want to highlight here is that in terms of the camera's configuration at the back, you might see that we have 2 sensors over here, but mainly I would say there's only one sensor here, and that's actually a 50 megapixel AI camera. Now, the good thing is that the camera is actually able to capture in some pretty nice pictures. It also comes with OIS on board that makes the entire photo taking process a little bit more stable. Now, here are a couple of samples that I took a couple of days back. Let me know what you think about the photos. Personally, I did wish that it came with an ultra-wide sensor because, just to give you a bit more flexibility. Anyways, moving over to the front, what we do have here is actually a fairly nice 6.67 inch 120Hz AMOLED display that gets fairly bright. If I'm not mistaken, the maximum brightness is 2000 nits. So if you're outdoors, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, and it does come with stereo speakers on board as well, just in case you are wondering about that. So that pretty much sums up my quick take on the Realme 14 5G. Again, this is a very affordable device and you're getting a fairly decent performance for the money you are paying. Not only are you getting that GT mode on board, that actually helps you to enhance your gaming experience. You also get a fairly decent 50 megapixel OIS camera at the back, a fairly good display, and an overall quite nice looking gaming kind of design. Let me know what you think about the Realme 14. Is this something that you are looking forward to? Let me know down in the comment section below. If there's anything else that you want to know about the device, feel free to drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care, stay safe, and bye-bye. Oh, by the way, there's a pretty nice case in the box as well, which is not something that you see very often. It's a very nice texture, a bit thicker than usual, and it's also matte, so yeah, it's quite nice.